Every time the siblings met, they hid their true identities from each other. The brother pretended to be a mall security guard. The sister posed as a street cleaner. They even exchanged takeout meals from roadside stalls and forced themselves to eat them, only to turn around and spit them out, neither knowing. The sister was the richest person in New York, and the brother was a top general defending the nation. They disguised themselves because they had been fiercely competitive since childhood. For 20 years they refused to admit defeat, yet both had become incredibly successful. This time, each feared the other had a humble identity that might bruise their pride, so they chose to keep pretending. What they didn't know was that their true mother was actually the hidden ruler of the nation. To train her children, she had lived in hiding for years. She thought they had achieved great things, but seeing them working lowly jobs broke her heart. With Mother's Day approaching, she decided to reveal the truth and personally arranged two marriage prospects. One was a rich heir, the other a wealthy heiress. On the surface they seemed perfect, but in reality their private lives were a mess. Still, the queen cared only about her children's happiness and hadn't yet discovered the truth. Meanwhile, the brother prepared a gift for their mother. He went out of his way to find a century-old wild ginseng and hid it inside a yam so his sister wouldn't feel pressured. Unaware that the ginseng was exactly what his future father-in-law had been searching for, the sister spent millions to buy two giant pearls, then ground them into powder and disguised them as sesame seeds in a box. But when the two met again, they still looked down on each other, not realizing the gifts in their hands were each worth millions. After all the bickering, they got on an old tricycle and headed back to the village to celebrate Mother's Day. Meanwhile, the queen had already prepared her gifts: a luxury watch worth millions for her son, a diamond necklace with 99 stones for her daughter. Even the future son-in-law and daughter-in-law were told to prepare $5.2 million in gifts each. After everything was arranged, she ordered that no one was to disturb them and personally informed the family head. Soon the three of them waited at the village entrance, but the rich heir and heiress had already arrived early. As soon as they entered, they began complaining. They even mocked the queen to her face, calling her a peasant woman, but she didn't react. Instead, she asked for their names. When they introduced themselves, she realized these were the people chosen as her children's partners. At the same time, the siblings at the village entrance suddenly felt uneasy, their right eyelids twitching wildly, a sign something big was coming. Just then the disguised siblings walked past. The family head glanced at the cleaning lady, thinking she looked oddly familiar, but didn't recognize her as the richest woman in the world. The governor also failed to recognize that the security guard in front of him was the national general. At that moment the heiress was speaking arrogantly, thinking the queen had discovered her family's scandals and forced her into this arranged marriage. She even asked how much money it would take, unaware that the queen sitting calmly in the courtyard had already conquered the world. To her, money was just a number. The queen finally lost her patience and coldly announced the marriage was cancelled. Upon hearing this, the heir and heiress flew into a rage, slamming the table and yelling. The heir then spotted the box in front of the queen, thinking it was filled with fake goods. He opened it and threw the watch to the ground. The queen was burning with fury, but the heir got even more arrogant and called for everyone to punish her. Just then, the siblings rushed back in. The brother immediately recognized